Good morning. Yes, it's still morning. It's 11:31 in the morning, and I went last night and I did a bit of a splurgement. I bought four whiskeys and spent over $300 doing that. There are whiskeys that I wanted to try based on reviews that I've seen on YouTube, and also from comments on my earlier videos. I like it when you guys comment and sort of point me in a new direction that I haven't tried before, such as in this case, hard to find Canadian premium whiskeys. You know, you've got things like Gibson's 18-year-old, and you've got the Weiser's 18, and I've gone in that direction before. And of course, I really enjoyed the 5-year-old 90, so I tried the 20-year-old 90, which is maybe a little more refined than the 5-year-old, but I like the price of the 5-year-old, and I love the whiskey. So the 20 is good, but I don't know. I don't know if any of these are really worth the price, but compared to spending your money on single malt scotches, which are much more pricey than these in general, this is a good alternative. What I have here is some Century Reserve 21-year-old. Now, I've had this one before, I think back in the 90s sometime. I went to a party down in Los Angeles. I flew by, I think it was Las Vegas Air or some Reno Air, that's what it was. We flew from Victoria to Reno, and from Reno we flew to LA. So I guess Reno is their hub, or was their hub. I don't even know if Reno Air still exists. But I got a ticket on Reno Air to go to Los Angeles, and I brought with me to this party a bottle of Century Reserve 21. And now that I think back, this was 20 years ago. This was 1996. And the bottle was more, somehow, I remember it being triangular rather than square. And it had a 21-year-old Century in it. And the only reason I bought it was because it was the oldest Canadian whiskey I could find. And I thought that it would be really special. And as I recall, it was very special. But then somebody had also brought a Scotch, and the Scotch that they brought had a lot more flavor than the Century 21. And I forget which Scotch it was. It was probably a Islay malt with the peated Islay malt, maybe a Bowmore or something, and I really loved that. But this, as far as Canadian whiskey goes, it's only at 40%, and it says here, if I can read with these glasses that are useless for reading, masterfully blended and carefully casked for over 2 decades, Century Reserve 21-year-old is the ultimate premium small batch Canadian whiskey. That's saying a lot. The complex flavor, hints of honey and butterscotch with a smooth, lingering malt and oak finish. Century Distillers, Calgary, Alberta. These are the same people who make the 90, but this is weaker. This is at 40% alcohol by volume rather than 45. So I made a mistake. I just had some 20-year-old 90 at 45% alcohol by volume, so maybe it'll be difficult for me to find as much flavor in this. Maybe I should have started with this, but I wanted to wet my whistle with this. Was easy to take off. Did you see that? Zoom, it came off. This bottle really wants me to try it. Oh, yes! The cork got a bit wet on the way here because maybe I took a corner hard with my beater car. It's easy to pour. I may have poured a little much, but I'm going to taste it and enjoy it afterwards. So we're getting into some Canadian high-end premium whiskey. Okay. It's got, I guess, a light amber color, medium to light amber color, golden color. Oh, what does it say on here? Century Reserve, small batch, oak cask aged. Yeah, that's all it says. It doesn't say any other details about it. It might be a nice, mellow, easygoing, smooth, delicate kind of whiskey. I'm getting some toffee and caramel notes at first. Yeah, toffee and caramel notes. I think this needs to open up a little more. Of course, I had something stronger to begin with. That may have been a mistake. But that's a nice way to wash the glass, with a stronger whiskey than the whiskey you're drinking. That doesn't get rid of the lip prints on the rim, but inside it's very clean. Okay. Yeah. Caramel, toffee. Very strong in the caramel and toffee. I don't get much else. Honey. Honey. Honey, caramel, toffee. What else was I supposed to detect? I forget. Said complex flavor, hints of honey. Okay, honey, butterscotch. Okay, butterscotch. Yeah, toffee, malt, oak finish. Okay, let's. Okay, I did get the honey. Butterscotch may be more in the flavor than in the nose, but I'm getting toffee and caramel here. Like the caramel lifesavers. You remember those? Caramel lifesavers. Okay, the taste. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Butterscotch, yes. Butterscotch, honey. Oh, this is nice. Mm. Yes. Mostly butterscotch, honey, caramel. Mouth-watering. It's not cloyingly sweet, but there's a slight sweetness. It's like a dry sweetness, if I could say that. And it's mouth-watering. It's like candy in a glass, but it's not overpoweringly sweet. It's dry rather than, it's dry rather than sweet. Oh, yes, I like this. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is fabulous stuff. Fabulous in its own right. Beautiful. It has almost as much of that toffee, caramel, butterscotch as the 40 Creek Double Barrel Reserve. It's a little bit more understated. It's a little drier. It's drier than the Double Barrel Reserve, but it has a thick mouthfeel. This is very special. This is this is a special whiskey. What did it cost me? Maybe $75, something like that. At that price, it beats single malts that cost the same thing. This is a fine Canadian whiskey, this Century Reserve. Oh, yeah. I'm liking this a lot. And this is even after drinking or sipping on the 20-year-old 90. I'm still getting so much out of this. That says a lot. They must have really picked their barrels, because most of this is the influence of the oak. Yes, it's definitely the oak. You would take the same whiskey and put it in the oak for 5 years or even 10 years. It wouldn't get so much out of it. But this, beautiful, beautiful. Did I say I like this a lot? Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.